Hola a todos, Michelle here. Decided to go live for this update video. I'm just checking to make sure everything's good. This is the first time that I'm doing it on this channel. So just want to check out something first before I get started on my update. I feel like it's been a while since I was able to share, so I'm excited to share and be live to see if anybody's able to join, have any questions. Yeah, thought it'd be fun. Okay, it's all good. So I'm going to go ahead and share my update that I've had. I'm currently at 410 hours. So I'm really excited about that. And something that I've learned as I've gone through this process, as the more hours that I have accumulated, like the numbers of input, it's starting to get easier to actually listen to more input throughout the day. So I can remember when I first started, it was like I was like pushing like 5 minutes, 10 minutes because it just felt like I don't even know what they're saying. And it kind of was getting frustrating. Then I was get distracted by things going on around me. And then as time went on, um, I was able to see, how helpful and easy it is. Hey D, good afternoon to you too. So that's what I wanted to share here on just like trusting the process, and I just have some things that I kind of want to go over that what I've been doing lately as to how I got to this 410. So one of the things that I started doing is listening to beginner videos while I make breakfast and when I take a shower. So before, if I was listening to intermediate videos because things were kind of moving too fast and it wasn't slowed down enough for me yet, I was starting to think of I was starting to think my mind would wander basically. And so with that being said, I was like, okay, what if I start to actually just watch beginner videos, something that's going at a slower pace that I can more so pick up on what is being said while I'm taking a shower or cooking breakfast, by myself in the kitchen. And so when I started to do that, I found that it was really helpful in order to get some hours in. And I just put it on my phone and I just put it next to me, or in the shower, I put it on the speaker. And it's just been really helpful to have something that's slowed down while I'm actually doing like another action that's not necessarily requiring me to like listen to other things. So I'm just like in the moment and I'm listening. So I found that listening to the beginner videos during that time is helpful for me. Now I do go back to the intermediate videos when I actually have time to sit in front of my phone or the computer to watch and listen. So that is when I do put in those intermediate hours, but more so the beginner videos when I'm showering and uh, making breakfast. That's what I've been starting to do. Also, what I've noticed too, like when I do work, like on my computer, like I'm just doing stuff on my free time, like, whatever it may be. Usually I would put something on Netflix and it'd be something in the background. Usually it's nonsense because I'm not really paying attention. But what I've started to do now is that I play La Fea Más Bella, so Ugly Betty, in the background. And so it's not that I'm understanding everything that's happening while they're doing it, but I am picking up more because my level of comprehension is higher. So I think about it as, wow, I'm sitting here doing things on my computer instead of just having, something silly in the background. Like I started thinking like, oh man, I could be getting like the input in of listening to Spanish and other things. And so instead of just not doing anything related to like getting more input in, regardless if it's passive input, I started to play La Fea Más Bella. And one of the ways I'm able to watch this is by using this streaming app called VIX. So I have T-Mobile, and T-Mobile gives out like free things every week. And one of the times they did give out, last year they gave out VIX, but they gave out the premium membership for VIX. So I was able to sign up for free. And so I have access to live TV in Spanish. So it's similar to having like the Roku app, and then you have all those live TV channels, or Tubi, or whatever the other ones are. And so I've been utilizing VIX, and I feel like that's been really helpful. And I believe there is also like a free version as well. So if it's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. I'm liking it more because I feel like to me, Ugly Betty or La Fea Más Bella is funny and silly. So, and it's a novela, so I feel like, okay, I'm willing to like watch this and have this something like this playing in the background. But it's definitely, something just to have that extra, because sometimes Netflix, it's hard for me to find like content that I find interesting to watch, or it's even like at an intermediate level for me to check out. Not to say La Fea Más Bella is like beginner or intermediate. It's definitely at an advanced level, but I feel like the conversations are clear when they're spoken. And compared to when I first started, like I started watching it like last year, and compared to where I am now, there's definitely a huge difference in picking up on more of the sentences and the phrases and things they're saying as well. Let's see, what else do I have? That. Oh yeah, so instead of what I started to do as well is I started going back to the older videos in Dreaming Spanish. So even at the intermediate level, I've gone all the way back to like Pablo's first videos, and it's like I'm going to start there at the back and then work my way up to the front unless there's a video that catches my interest that's on the newer side, and then I'll click on that. But right now, for whatever reason, I just want to switch it up and just see like, oh, like what were the intermediate videos like way, way, way when it first started. And so I'm enjoying that. And I've also started doing that when I listen to the beginner videos as well. As like I'm starting from the back and just going to work my way towards the front. But I believe like when I stopped watching beginner or maybe super beginner, I had watched a lot of them or all of them maybe. I don't remember. So it's good to like take it back and just see like kind of like where it started and then like compare it. Like I know how it's going. So it's really cool to see. And it's also like a testament to like having a vision. Like Pablo had a vision, like in the intermediate, he talks about his vision for Dreaming Spanish. And so I thought it was really cool. And as a reminder, like that vision, I think he started like 7 years ago, I think maybe. And just to be where I'm at now is also like a good reminder, like just keep going, putting in the time, putting in the effort to see myself continuing to comprehend Spanish. And I did mention that the numbers seem to be happening a lot quicker, which is awesome because for me, it's now my focus. Like whenever I have free time or even if I'm driving, it's like, how can I get more input in? And like I said, it's just gotten more easy and I want to do it. Sometimes I remember in the past, I'd be like, I don't want to. Like I need to like make myself like have this set amount of time and sit in front of my computer or my phone and do it. And now I feel more excited. Like it just gets more exciting as I feel and know like, oh, I'm comprehending more. So it's really cool. So I've had a couple of people ask me about speaking and like how my speaking is. And I will say like, I don't necessarily like go out and speak Spanish. Can I go out and have like a full conversation? No. And D2, is Betty La Fe available on YouTube? I'm not sure if it is, but you know what? While I'm on live right now, I'm gonna check. So let's see. And this is what's fun about being live. Let's see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it is, because I believe there is like the English version, and then there's like the Colombian version as well. And it's titled something different. It looks like, yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. I just checked. It even has full episodes, 42 minutes on YouTube. So you're good to go. Do I know all of the episodes? But I just did a quick search and I just started to play it in the background. So yeah, it's there. A full episode is there for La Fea Más Bella. So you're good to go, D. Let's see, what was I mentioning? Oh, speaking Spanish. So yeah, so I had someone who was coming to help us with the sprinklers, and it was like a father-son duo. Son speaks English and Spanish. Dad doesn't speak English. So what I learned that is really helpful is the comprehension part. So when we were trying to have conversations, are they these fluid conversations? No. But what I did learn is that because my comprehension is a lot better, there's like different words that I know in vocabulary that I was able to ask him questions as to what's going on with the sprinklers. And then he was be able to tell me. And sometimes if I didn't get it, like I kind of like ask him to keep like repeating. So it was just like, I don't know, there's times that him and I will be out there for like 10, 15 minutes, like talking. And I knew it was his birthday and how old he was and how he grew up. So it's really great. And I guess for me, it was like letting go of the part where it's like I focus on the speaking part. And because I can comprehend so much better, that allows me to actually have the conversation. So I used to think like I need to be able to speak in order to have conversations. But if I speak and I don't know what someone's saying, like, the conversation doesn't happen. But what I've learned from my own journey is that because I'm being able to comprehend better, that allows me to actually continue to have a conversation, even if it is choppy in Spanish. Um, so I feel like the comprehensible input really is the key here. It's like kind of weird because when I've been learning, it was like, I need to speak, I need to speak, I need to learn how to speak. And now I'm seeing like, obviously, like growing up, like I don't remember what it was like as an infant when I was first born, but it's like, oh yeah, I was getting input in English since I was born. And I wasn't worried about speaking. It was just like input, input, input. And then when I tried speaking, I would get corrected, but it's because I had so much input. So it's like, whoa, like my mind just gets blown. I'm like, wow, like, duh. Okay, so let's see what else is there. Oh, D, you've had trouble finding it. Thanks, you're in Canada, so that might be part of the issue. Sorry. No, you're good, D. You're good. I'm just glad that you're able to ask those questions live. It makes it fun. But let me know if you're able to check it out in Canada. Maybe I'll put the link that I found that has La Fea Más Bella, and then I'll link it in the comment in this video, and then you could click on it and see if that works for you, just to see. Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much my update on 410 hours. I'm really excited. Thank you all for tuning in, and those of you who are going to tune in and watch the next video or watch the replay. So what I've learned is like trust the process. I guess that's all I can keep saying, because I remember when I started and I was totally frustrated. I was like, is this thing even working? And compared to where I saw myself in 2022, October when I started, compared to now, is to me, it's like night and day. So it just makes me more excited to see like how much further I'm going to go as this journey continues. And to know, just continue to put in the hours. I can't say I've done it like every single day, like, oh yeah, I can do an hour a day. I haven't. There's times where like I have life happening and I'm like, I can't even focus on like getting myself in front of a Dreaming Spanish videos to do that. I did want to mention too, like when I do La Fea Más Bella, like those are hours like I don't input. Right now I've been focusing on just inputting hours that I listened on Dreaming in Spanish. And yeah, just keep going. Like I know it's going to get frustrated. Trust me, I've been there. And I have my highs and my lows with it, because I'm like, oh, even when someone speaks to me or says something, I'm like, oh, I don't understand it. Like I still haven't made it, you know? But it's just really like, just keep going step by step, minute by minute. Those minutes, they turn into hours, and those hours just kind of keep on going before you realize it. And like, you're just listening and comprehending and just taking your Spanish journey to another level. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can do some more lives too, which would be a lot of fun. But keep going. And then also like, tell me like your micro wins that have been happening for you. Like I always love to hear that and celebrate all the good stuff that's happening with y'all as well. Until next time, ciao.